Welcome to our deep dive into the 1970s, exploring pivotal moments and cultural milestones. Prepare to challenge your knowledge. In 1979, which band released the hit song Comfortably Numb? Pink Floyd, The Beatles, Queen, The Rolling Stones. Pink Floyd. What was the name given to pet rocks introduced as a gag gift in 75? Rocky, Stonehenge, Boulder, Pebbles. Pebbles. Which movie won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1972? The Godfather, The Sting, Jaws, Star Wars. The Godfather. On April 3rd, 1973, Martin Cooper of Motorola made history in New York City with his first call from a handheld mobile phone, reaching Dr. Joe S. Engel at Bell Labs. On April 3rd, 1973, Martin Cooper of Motorola made history in New York City with his first call from a handheld mobile phone. Who became the first woman Prime Minister of the United Kingdom in 79? Elizabeth II, Margaret Thatcher, Indira Gandhi, Mary Poppins. Margaret Thatcher. In 1973, which iconic American dance show made its debut on television? Soul Train, The Electric Slide, American Bandstand, The Ed Sullivan Show. Soul Train. The 70s brought us the dawn of video gaming, highlighted by Atari's 1972 release of Pong. This simple yet addictive table tennis game quickly captured hearts, setting the stage for the video game boom that followed. What revolutionary product was introduced by Sony in 79 that changed the way we listen to music? Walkman, Talkboy, Disco Stick, Boombox. The Walkman. The 77 New York City blackout led to widespread chaos and which cultural phenomenon? The birth of hip-hop, the disco demolition, the punk movement, the rise of graffiti art. The birth of hip-hop. Which car became synonymous with the 1970s due to its appearance in a popular film series? Ford Mustang, DeLorean, The Mystery Machine, Dodge Challenger. The Dodge Challenger. What was the name of the first test tube baby born in 78? Louise Brown, Ashton Kutcher, Elizabeth Blackwell, Jennifer Moore. Louise Brown. Which of the following was not a fashion trend in the 70s? Bell-bottom jeans, leisure suits, crop tops, VR headsets. VR headsets. In 1974, Hank Aaron broke whose Major League Baseball home run record? Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Barry Bonds, Mike Trout. Babe Ruth. The 1978 Camp David Accords were a peace agreement between which two countries? Egypt and Israel, United States and Vietnam, United Kingdom and Argentina, Belgium and Denmark. Egypt and Israel. Which iconic sci-fi movie was released in 77, becoming a major cultural phenomenon? Star Wars, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Alien, Mars Needs Moms. Star Wars. The 1970s saw the end of the Vietnam War, but in what year did it officially end? 1970, 1975, 1977, 1980. 1975. Which famous artist became a pioneer of the pop art movement during the 1970s? Vincent van Gogh, Pablo Picasso, Andy Warhol, Bob Ross. Andy Warhol. The first celebration of Earth Day on April 22, 1970 ignited widespread environmental activism. It spurred key US laws like the Clean Air Act and the Endangered Species Act, kickstarting the global environmental movement. Who won the Best Actress Oscar in '77 for her role in Network? Faye Dunaway, Meryl Streep, Diane Keaton, Betty White. Faye Dunaway. Which groundbreaking technology was introduced by Philips in the 1970s, changing the way we listen to music? The cassette tape, 8-track tape, vinyl record, CD player. The cassette tape. Which iconic TV show featuring a cartoon family first aired in the 60s but remained wildly popular throughout the 70s? The Jetsons, The Flintstones, Bewitched, Twilight Zone. The Flintstones. Which car introduced in the 1970s became synonymous with failure due to its safety issues? Ford Pinto, Chevrolet Corvette, Volkswagen Beetle, Renault 5. Ford Pinto. In 1974, who became the first American woman to summit Mount Everest? Junko Tabei, Sally Ride, Jennifer Cruz, Arlene Bloom. Arlene Bloom. What popular diet trend took off in the 70s, emphasizing high protein and low carbohydrates? The grapefruit diet, Atkins diet, the smoothie diet, the keto diet. Atkins diet. In '77, the world was introduced to the first personal computer with a graphical user interface. What was it called? IBM PC, Xerox Alto, Apple Lisa, Windows 77. Xerox Alto. Which song of the Village People became an anthem for the disco era? Bohemian Rhapsody, Scorch of Iron, Staying Alive, YMCA. YMCA. What was the name of the first commercially successful video arcade game released in '71? Space Invaders, Pong, Computer Space, The Sims. Computer Space. Which 1970s TV series featured a futuristic family traveling through space? Lost in Space, The Jetsons, Star Trek, Married with Children. Lost in Space. What was the first feature-length animated movie to be entirely created using CGI? Toy Story, Tron, The Black Cauldron, Future World. Future World. Which famous band disbanded in December 1970, making an end of an era in music? The Beatles, The Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, The Jonas Brothers. The Beatles. The Paris Peace Accords in 1973 ended America's direct military role in Vietnam. The conflict between North and South Vietnam continued until Saigon's fall in 1975, leading to Vietnam's reunification under communist rule. In 1975, Microsoft was founded by Bill Gates and whom? Steve Jobs, Paul Allen, Jeff Bezos, Patrick Bateman. Paul Allen. Which TV show featuring live sketch comedy and musical performances premiered in '75? Monty Python's Flying Circus, The Carol Burnett Show, Saturday Night Live, Sesame Street. Saturday Night Live. Which 1970s invention revolutionized the way people consume television by allowing them to record live TV? VCR, Betamax, Laserdisc, TiVo. A VCR. What event in 1971 changed the music industry, marking the first of its kind? The launch of MTV, the first Grammy Awards televised, the first American Music Awards, the Disco Parade. The first Grammy Awards televised. Which 1970s TV show introduced the world to fictional martial artist Kwai Chung Caine? Martial Law, Kung Fu, The Green Hornet, The Way of the Samurai. Kung Fu. The 70s are synonymous with disco music and its accompanying lifestyle, from bell-bottoms to nightclub dance floors. Saturday Night Fever, featuring John Travolta in 1977, became a cultural icon, showcasing the era's disco craze. In '79, the Sony Walkman revolutionized personal music listening. What was its original marketing tagline? Soundtrack of your life, music on the go, walk with music, dance like nobody's watching. Music on the go. Which iconic structure, completed in '73, became a symbol of its city and country? The Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty, the Tower of Pisa, the Sydney Opera House. The Sydney Opera House. What groundbreaking book was published in 1970, sparking discussions on feminism and women's rights? The Feminine Mystique, The Second Sex, Sexual Politics, 50 Shades of Grey. Sexual Politics. In the 1970s, the Concorde made its first commercial flights, introducing the world to supersonic passenger travel. This aircraft could fly at twice the speed of sound, turning long-haul flights like London to New York into a matter of just a few hours. Its first commercial flight took place in 1976, symbolizing a significant leap in aviation technology during the decade. And that's a wrap for our 70s quiz extravaganza. If you felt the groove and nailed the answers, or even if you learned something new, subscribe for more insights into history and culture in our upcoming quizzes.